Hello, hello. How is the multitude of people here doing? I think I'm terribly quiet, but I'm not sure. It's hard to judge. Also don't want to be shouting in your ear. Okay, check, check. This might be a little bit better. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's a little better, but still pretty quiet. Okay. I think this is as loud as I'm going to go. This is probably fine. Maybe I'll go a little bit louder. All right. What's going on, everyone? What are we all painting? What do we all have on our hobby tables? I realize I'm asking questions, but I'm going to be painting, so expect some delay in answers. I got a new setup here. Like, wait, and you say I got a second camera. Okay, we're professional now. We're professional podcasters. By we, I mean I am a professional podcaster, apparently. Oh, you can't see anything. That's better. Yeah, that looks okay. See a little bit. What's the next tournament? That's Will's tournament, right? 500, big 500 points. Can take whatever you want, 500 points. There's 100 league points, though. So I probably want to take something good. You should take fiefdoms. Fiefdoms at 500 might be fun. You can use like Forlong and Angborn and not have them majorly outclassed. Yeah, it might be fun. Take a 500. At my event, you can play whatever the heck you want. At the big 300 points. No named heroes, though. Get to use those captain models you have painted and never get to play with. Oh gosh, I can't even reach my mouse. I'm just trapped here. I'm trapped here painting. There's no getting out. I would like to say, if you are here, or were here, or are going to be here, I appreciate you hanging out on a Friday night painting Warhammer. Instead of, like, you know, going to the bar, taking a girl out, we're doing the things that actually matter here, okay? We're painting dolls so that we can smush them together and argue about rules. And yeah, that's it. And get league points. That's what really matters in life. Never let anyone tell you it differently. Alright, what are you guys painting? What are you guys on? What's on everyone's table? Secret projects. Well, I always look forward to see what you bring, Chris. Because it usually looks awesome. Gotta get the dishes done before you're painting. Yeah, very competitive edge showing up to an 80-point hobby event where we're playing 50-point games. You do not want to let people know what you're going to bring to that, because you got to keep it secret, keep it safe, take every advantage you can get. Okay, no one knows what I'm bringing to that event. Not even me. Not a clue. For Will's event, I was thinking about running Casa Doom. But then I recall my Casa Doom army has a total of 2 Dwarf Warriors painted. One is the banner, and one is the banner buddy. And I feel like that list really benefits from taking a few more Dwarf Warriors. And I don't really want to paint Dwarf Warriors. I don't really like how they look. I like playing with Iron Guard and Khazad Guard and Vault Wardens. But Vault Wardens are lame now. They lost a special rule and didn't drop in any points. And Iron Guard, I don't know, you don't really need that many. Khazad Guard are obviously awesome, but then you have such low numbers. Nothing 1 Troll Chief, 2 Troll Chiefs, yeah. Maybe you were the one submitting nasty lists, Chris. There is some really dirty stuff you can do at escalation events like that. Obviously you can't take nothing, but like a Troll Chieftain, he's 150 points, I think, right? Like, what beats a Troll Chieftain? There's such few things that aren't named heroes. Monsters with Might also are... I feel like Monsters with Might are maybe underutilized. Like Troll Chieftain, Badur, Gullivar, maybe not underutilized, but we don't see them as much as we probably will in the future. Because monsters are good, and having Might is good, in case you didn't know. Oh yeah, Black Troll Gate Chieftain. Yeah, that'll be really good. What else does the list have? I guess it has Morannons. Can you take Black Numenorians in that? Or is it just Morannons? Because I'm trying to think what you would bring at... Because at 50 points you'd just bring Orcs. Which isn't necessarily bad, because you get a lot of them at 50 points. At 150 is probably where you're going to struggle, because you got to pay for a captain, and then all you have room left is for more Orcs. But then the last 2 games where you shine when you fit that Troll Chieftain in. I guess you could fit in the Troll Chieftain from game 3 onward, if he's 150 points. Oh no, yeah, he's over 100 points, right? So you couldn't do that. You have to bring a captain and some more boys, some more Orcs. That would be fun. I feel like it's kind of balanced, where if you bring something really good in your 300 point games, your list might be kind of garbage up until then, but that's like kind of the fun. You play with some absolute trash, and then you get like a Drake or a Troll Chieftain or something. We'll have to see. I have no idea how it's going to work out, but I think it'll be fun to try. I should use my painting handle for this. Yeah, that seems like a strong list. Yeah, you could drop the banner. I don't think there's any banner points on the scenarios I've selected. I can't remember though. But yeah, that seems like pretty good. Moranas are good, especially when you're fighting men. Get the +1 fight. No, I don't see anything here. No secret pictures here. Man, this guy's hard to highlight with a spear in the way like this. Yeah, send it after, I'll take a look. I'm very trapped in here. I'm trapped painting. Everything is very tight. The dual camera setup is really taking up a lot of space. Showing on stream will be, I guess I could. It'll mess up the format though. I don't have a desktop view set up in this scene. So I don't think I'll be able to do it at least. But I should set up a desktop scene so I can switch to my browser. This brush has very few hairs left, and so it's very flimsy. I can't get good tension. So it's not highlighting exactly how I want, but I don't want to start using a new brush because then I won't finish using this one until it's totally destroyed. Contrary to popular belief, I paint more than goblins or Balrogs. I had all that stuff painted. I didn't paint anything to play Moria. I had that painted from ages and ages ago. So I was just like taking it out for a rip, you know? Can't blame me for wanting to play an army I have painted. With definitely no other incentives to play it. That's not unacceptable. I'm branching out. I'm branching out. Yeah, for basing, depends on the model. These ones I actually based first. But you could have easily done it after. Like, it's not that hard, but I did base them for. Oh, I'm gonna glue flock on after. But you can do them before or after, whatever you feel like. Oh, Old Helm is way better. Old Helm's one of my favorite miniatures, for sure. I think it's one of their best miniatures they've made. Old Helm. New Helm, like, he looks like he did in the movie, right? So they were accurate, but I don't know. I didn't super like I thought it was fine. I didn't dislike it, but Old Helm looks way better. If they made Old Helm, if they based the movie off of the Games Workshop model, I think it would be way better. But yeah, New Helm, like Hama and Haleth, they did a good job making look like Rohan heroes. They kind of mostly fit in with like Eomer and Theodred and Theoden. Mostly. Haleth not so much, with his giant horse and horse armor and just the way he looks. When you throw the helmet on, he looks a bit better, but yeah, New Helm is like very clearly out of an anime. But Old Helm looks awesome. I really like that model. These bristles are just spreading out everywhere. It makes it really hard to highlight properly. Yeah, you could 3D print bases, do them and then glue the minis on. That's another way you can do it, especially if it's like on like bricks or something, or cobble. It's good. Dollop with super glue. But if you are gluing on top of glue, on top of paint, I mean, make sure you scrape some of that paint off and you get down to the resin. And scrape underneath your model's boots so that it's plastic or resin on plastic or resin or metal, or else it's just going to glue to the paint, and obviously the paint's going to rip right off. Yeah, nothing wrong with the new one. He looks exactly like he does in the movie. He made it accurate, but Old Tom looks way better. I just use Citadel paints. Everything's Citadel. I have one Army Painter paint, and it was fine. I would use Army Painter as well. But I mostly just use Citadel. I know the colors, and I know there's a converted chart and everything. I would use Army Painter as well. I think Army Painter's fine. Yeah, there are a lot of mics, aren't there? There was a lot of Andrews too. Andrew Scott's still around at some events. But when it was Andrew Brock, and I go to events all the time back, like pre-COVID, they'd call out, Andrew, which one? Andrew B, which one? Every time, which was funny. It's a nice memory I have of going to league events. Kinda, hopefully he makes his way back. Give him 5 or 10 years, he'll be back. Once he starts pushing old man age, he'll be back. Oh yeah, 2 Johns as well. John Park, John Young. Oh yeah, Jean as well. Yeah, lots of repeat names. Simulation. I think there's much stronger evidence that we live in a simulation than that. We've had a ton of people jump in and leave, which is cool. People are showing up. I think they're probably expecting something entertaining. I did say this was just literally going to be painting. This is as exciting as it gets. It's exciting as you guys make it, okay, chat? You're in control of your own destiny. If I could read the chat like over here somewhere, that would be good. But I haven't got that set up yet. But that's maybe a future improvement, so that I don't have to look up and check. Well, don't worry, I only have 5 more to go. I did 6 last night. Then I got 14, 7 and 7. I don't like, I'm highlighting with lead belch right now. I don't even know if it's worth it. Like, when I take pictures, I guess it'll show up, but on the table, no one's gonna see what I'm doing right now. What I've spent the last like 4 hours of painting, 3-4 hours of painting has done. If you get like really close. I have done all the grays, and I did it pretty light. I think, you can sort of tell. Highlighting black is really a pain. But yeah, all the grays are done. These guys are almost done. Yeah, the toucan is cool. I don't even think I need my face, but I'll have it there. You can look at the top of my head. But I just got this one here is on a little desktop tripod. It's like 15 feet tall, 15 inches tall. And I just have it like set up, my paint water's over here, this way. And I just have it like set up over top. So I'm very trapped in, but it's pretty neat. Nice and close. And this one's just like my old phone, this painting cam here. It is old though, so we're already down to 80% despite being plugged in, but I think we'll make it till I'm ready to call it quits tonight. Battery does not last. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm doing, well, this could technically be for anything. Like these bases could match like Pelennor Fields or something, but it's going to be for Fields of Celebrant. I just need to find a way to get my hands on like 6 more suns, 6 to 8 more suns of Arrow. Which, yeah, that's a tall order. I was going to order them from a possibly place that maybe has copies of everything that you could ever want from Middle-earth in Ukraine. But keen-eyed viewers will notice that website's been down now for a while. And I had a huge order in my basket for Zach and I. And then the website died. Maybe they got, shouldn't joke, but maybe they got bombed by Russia or something. I don't know. Hopefully everyone's okay. But the website is down. Could have been GW just found them and shut them down finally. So I don't have any sons. Well, I have 2. Will's buddy Mac gave me 2 in a metal blister at Winter's Wrath, which I really, really appreciated. I'll be painting those up. But yeah, I feel like you need like at least 8 in Fields of Celebrant. At least 8. I think like 10. Apparently 18 is a magic number because you just kill everything with 18 suns. No, I never tried non-metallic metal. I've never tried it. I might do. The thing is, it'd have to be on a fresh army because, or like an army that I'm not going to reuse any models for. It's like no like orc heroes. Like this is going to be with my Rohan, which isn't non-metallic. So it'd have to be for something fresh. I feel like non-metallic metal, I would just be there for ages on every mini. And I don't know if that's good for my health to make myself do that. I like a reliable lead belcher. You know, it doesn't dry up as easily. Looks pretty good. Yeah, he had the Black Friday sale, but his site was down before it ended. Or maybe it was like Ukraine time it ended and he dropped the site down, in which case I missed my chance to order Suns at a discount. Which is a shame, in which case it will take a little bit longer to finish this list. But I feel like I don't have any Minas Tirith Warriors painted. I feel like painting up a handful is never a bad idea. Like Minas Tirith Warriors go in so many lists. Yeah, I think 18 Suns is actually the most competitive way to play it. I will not be playing it like that. I want to play it a bit more fluffy. But I think competitively, yeah, 18 Suns is the best. For my King of Men, I'm using King Aener. I have him here. I ordered him from GW. So I gotta build him, and then hopefully one day it's not as cold. I won't prime when it's like -10, but I'll prime if it's like 1 or 0. I don't care. So hopefully we get a little bit warmer day, and I'll have to bring out all these minis I have. I got a bunch of like random orcs, like different orcs, trackers, and who are the 2 attack guys? Morgul Stalkers. I have them all like based. Not based, on bases, but not primed. So I'd like to get all those guys primed and then have like a little backlog of orcs. Of these like random orcs, like 3 to 6 models. That'd be kind of fun and quick to pick away at. Painting 14 of a model is a drag, but painting like 3 to 6 is pretty fun. Once you start getting tired of it, you're done. Yeah, it looks quite good. It is supposed to be a Stuart, not a King, but I feel like Stuarts would bust out all the regalia. If they were going to war, they'd bust it out. Especially if they were showing up with another allied army being there. They gotta look their best, you know? This model here, actually, I think his spear is supposed to be up, but I think it looks quite cool if you can like pointing it down. It's going in for a strike. Oh, entered it pretty good. Wonder how well this will focus. Not bad, actually. Pretty good. Can't quite see the eyeballs. This guy's eyeballs turned out pretty good. I don't know if you guys saw the episode with Justin on from Quebec, but he more or less shamed me for not painting eyeballs on all my minis. So now I'm painting eyeballs on everyone I paint now. And pupils, just to be clear. Yeah, just Bertrand. Well, he's like on the border of Ontario and Quebec. Yeah, honestly, if you can only paint googly eyes, it's better not to paint eyes. The googly eyes look rough. They look rough. And yeah, your model looks better without googly eyes. Just like get some wash in there. and make like the eye sockets pop and be okay. I'm messing up on the shield. I gotta fix it up now. Go back and fix all their shields. Oh yeah, Goblin Town might be good practice because they have a little bit bigger fish eyes. He's in Gatineau, so it's like literally the other side of the river from Ottawa. No, he moved. He's somewhere. He's in Quebec though, but it's yeah. He lives super close to Ontario. A lot of my older models, when I started doing eyes, definitely look goofy. But these ones turned out not too bad. Some of them better than others. You gotta do like a super, super tiny pupil, like the smallest dot you can get with a wet brush. Quite wet. So you're just leaving like the smallest dot. Yeah, same. It's been a while. It was nice to have him on an episode. I forget which one. I think it was 2 ago, 23 or 22. It was quite nice. If you're missing him, go watch that episode and then tell him to come back on. We'd love to have him back on. Enjoy hanging out with Justin. He was there both times I went to Articon. So we spent a bunch of time together there, which was nice. Also, if you've never been to Articon, you gotta go to Articon. It's like the best thing ever. It's so awesome. James and everyone does a really good job putting that on. All right, 3 more. 3 more. Then I just gotta do some hair, I think, which is really quick. I like this guy's pose too. Oops. Looks pretty cool. Spear's a bit bent though. Oh man, that's gonna be tight. Oh, I'm gonna get in there. We're gonna do our best. Oh my god, I just fat fingered the whole thing. Fat brushed. Sometimes some highlights don't work out how you want them to. And I don't fix them, unless it's really bad. Sometimes models just don't look as good as you want them to. It's just gonna happen. Just the way she goes sometimes. Oh yeah, lead belcher right on top of the already highlighted black. Perfect. Mike, if you're here, Mike, how's Calgary been? What have you been up to? How have you found it living out there? Not as good how? Not as good players or not as cool people as the OSBGO? We are pretty cool. It's nice to get games in though. Every Friday is nice. Oh, it's Friday though. What are you doing? You should be there. Minus 27. Holy smokes. Kind of forget how much further north everything that isn't South Ontario is. Like, we're so far south compared to the rest of Canada. It's crazy. What's next Saturday? Next Saturday's TTS or something, I think. No, he has not wrangled me in. I'm not sold on TTS yet. Oh, I see. Yeah, I can imagine when it's minus 27, you kind of just want to stay home. Have a tea. Paint some miniatures, maybe? What else does this guy need? I think he's done. Can't even remember what needs to be done. I think he's done. Call him done. Sure. Bam. 2 left. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Lindsay is, yeah, not easy for me to get to. It is quite the trek. It's like 2 hours driving one way. This guy's a little cross-eyed. One eye looks good. Yeah, it's so impossible to see. I can't see on my preview anyway. Oh, nice. I'm in Mississauga area. So yeah, it's like properly 2 hours to get there. Which is hard to justify for like 1 game or 2 games. Oh, okay, from Ajax is not, yeah, that's not as bad. That's doable. Anytime I have to go through Toronto, it's just like, I really have to consider if it's worth it or not. Driving through Toronto, even if you're just staying on the highway, is like always, always a nightmare. Macro weather patterns. John, you are a nerd. There's no doubt about it. You're a huge nerd. In case you didn't know. Yeah, St. Catharines is far. If you're on the other side of the lake. Be nice if we had some kind of ferry or something, but also maybe not, because then there'd be tons of tourists down there. And once you're there, St. Catharines is quite nice, and Niagara on the Lake. It's quite nice that it's a little bit more quiet. But I think a once a day ferry would be nice, like something in the morning. All right, we're calling him. We're calling him done. One left. One left. All right, we're locking in for one last guy. I gotta say, it's hard. It's way harder to do this on your own than having one more person to bounce conversation off. We need Zach here to tell us about trains, or we need Will here to tell us about how hard it is to be a parent to 3 kids. A choice that that he made on his own. Yeah, I gotta listen to those guys all the time, complaining about whatever, train stuff. We gotta do everything in train time. Oh, 1800. No one knows what 1800 is, Zach. Come on. I mean, I know it's 6 o'clock, but... ASMR. You gotta pay for ASMR. You start a Patreon for that. Yeah, it is train time. What other time is it? I guess military time would be what people would call it, but to us it's train time. I thought your bases were handmade. They look like they're made of cork, and they're very nice. Cork is one of the biggest hobby elevators, I think. You can use it for so much stuff, like rocks. Like this guy's got a rock, cork rock on his base. It's like looks like a really nice rock. Use it for like different levels. It's really good. Mike, you went back and read. I guess the chat's not that long. Yeah, you print the whole base now. Print out the entire thing. Same as like casting a base, like the generation shift stuff. Except you print it. Yeah, Woodland Scenics has a lot of nice stuff. When I built my display board, my OSBGL award-winning display board, I got a lot of Woodland Scenic stuff like that. A lot of tufts and wild grass. Yeah, if you can find a model train shop. They're pretty hard to find nowadays, at least in GTA. Man, that was a rough Lead Belcher Sessions. Brush is taking a beating. But Lead Belcher done, bam. Happy with that. Oh. What kind of shoeing is that for Helm and the Balrog? Come on. That's ridiculous. If Helm found the ring, he'd just turn into a wraith. The most powerful wraith. There used to be one here in Mississauga, but closed down a long time ago. But back when I was a kid, I went with my dad and we got like basing supplies to make these old boards that are gone now, sadly, but they weren't super good. They're okay. But yeah, hobby train shops are cool. I don't know if I'd ever get into hobby trains. I think if I had the space, maybe I would do it, but when you're like getting models you don't paint and you don't play with, it's like just for show. It feels like you've lost the plot a little bit. You know, like what's the point? What's going on? Tista Minis is a good shop. I like Tista Minis. Yeah, why would you get a train when you could paint more Lord of the Rings miniatures? How's this paint looking? Oh, really bad. Yikes. Well, jeez. These are paints that end up looking like that. Just get like all, like the medium separates, it's all black. You can kind of salvage it. Looks like you got a bunch like that. They're too old. Oh, thanks, Mike. That would be, yeah. If there were some out there, I'd say. Oh shit, this one's pretty bad too. I would say get them, and I'll send you the money right away. Well, that paint is done with. Yeah, the scam pots, I know. They stay sealed for a long time, as long as they're sealed. But it seems like as soon as you open them, the seal is never the same. It's always lets air in. Yeah, it would have been awesome. But yeah, suns are pretty rare. Not many places have some suns hanging around. Yeah, I love painting out of these pots. It's so much fun. So great. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. Alright, we're going in. I'm going in with this old brush I got here. This is Old Faithful, reliable for giant base coats. Realistically, as many as you can get, probably. Definitely 8 more to get up to 10, because I have 2. For sure 8, but if there's like 12 or 14, like, I'll just take them. Sun's dismounts. Josh sent me some STL files to look through that he had, and I didn't really like anything. So I think I'm just going to use Royal Guard dismounts because you can't take Royal Guard in the list, so there's no confusing them. And I don't feel like painting up third-party miniatures because there's no official dismount. So I think I'm just going to do that. I don't think anyone will have a problem with that. Yeah, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. I would definitely buy those off you. Going in for the mix here. Give it a good mix up. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to complain about Royal Guard for dismounts. Oh gosh, what a disaster. Well, it's just for a bit of hair. I think we can manage it. Speaking of hair, there's a giant hair on this thing. Yeah, I don't think people mind as long as it's clear what it is and you have enough of them. And it's not like, here's my one Royal Guard and then one Outrider on foot and then here's a hero model dismounted. These are all Suns. It's like, okay, that's a bit much, but I have loads of Royal Guard I can use. This is straight out of the pot, onto the brush, onto the other brush. I'm doing some advanced techniques right here. Advanced money-saving techniques. I have a fresh pot here as well. Just know that I'm just that cheap. Okay, looking for guys with brown hair. You've got brown hair. Let's throw a few highlights on here. That's good enough. You're gonna get lost over there. Yeah, you gotta paint your brush. You never painted your brush? How else do you paint on there? Dude, I love painting my paintbrushes. You guys never painted your brushes before? Use up all that paint? I remember doing a lot more of these guys with black hair, but I think it was only 2. And they should be mostly brown, but I thought I did more than that as black. That's good enough, just something quick. There, we got through without opening a new pot. Just what we need. You can just get dumped in there. Since when is Zach a fan fave? This is news to me. Did I say that? I regret that so much more than you guys know. Never tell him. Never remind him that we said that. That's good enough. Just a quick little hair highlight. Nothing serious. Zach's a lot of things. Alright, cool. What's left on these guys? I think they're done. I guys have some shields to touch up. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the tree on their shields. Alright, Mike, nice to hear from you. Enjoy your minus 27 degree weather. Stay warm. Have a good flight when you come here. Man, my water's all metallic now. I don't think I have too much more to do. Oh, cool. Just take all that out there. Don't metallic in your non-metallics. This water's contaminated. After highlighting all those guys. I gotta see how they did these shields. So they did do them white. They did the whole thing white. How long must have that taken? To do all of these things white. That is going to take forever. I'm not sold on doing it all white. I think I might just do like a little edge highlight. Alright, I'm changing my water. I'll be back. So I clean this brush. Terrible camera view when I'm cleaning a brush, but what are you gonna do? Ooh. I got a brand new white scar here, ready to paint some shields with all the eyeballs with these. They're looking pretty fresh. Alright, I'll be back momentarily. We need fresh paint water. What a pleasant visit having Mike Collins around. Alright, let's see what we can do with these shields. I can already see the ring forming on my white. I have to wipe that off when we're done. Busting out the holder. Need the holder for this. I kind of hate it. I kind of a little bit hate it. Also, it's going to take ages. Ugh. No, I hate it. I think I'm just going to dry brush it. I'm not going to sit here and highlight all these. Let's do some repair work. Give me a big fat brush. Yeah, give me this one. I watered it down way too much. All right, let that dry. Okay, let's see about dry brushing. I'm not sure this is actually even going to work out any better, but let's see. Yeah, I'm way happier with that. Oh yeah. That turned out way better. Yeah, that's better. We're doing that. I'm locking into that decision. We're dry brushing. We're dry brushing the shields. I have to go back over with some gray, but it's doing it pretty good. This is an army painter brush, which I've quite liked, but I find no matter what, dry brushes always start like fraying way faster than you think. I don't know what the deal is. I feel like they should. I think the GW ones use thicker bristles, but this one's just using normal bristles. And yeah, it's like I'm just like fat brushing this whole shield white. But it looks way better than when we tried painting it. Yeah, it is. Some of this is already dried up. This guy needs to be dry brush gray first before I can do the white on the shield again. Really, I never heard that you could straighten them back if they're synthetic. These ones are synthetic. I have some makeup brushes I brought, which really screwed up my Amazon algorithm. But the makeup brushes are actually quite good for dry brushing. But yeah, there's like think it was like $14 for like 6 or 7 brushes of different sizes. It's quite good. That's what I mostly dry brush with. I should probably be using them on this, but this brush has a bit of a point. Those ones don't. They're all rounded. So I think this one's going to work a bit better. Nice. Yeah, when I was doing my display board, I took one of the big makeup brushes. Ooh, and dry brushed all the ground with that. Oh, really? I always use Michael's as a last resort, where like if I need something specific, I'll go there because I know they're gonna have it. But otherwise I try, but it's expensive. But otherwise I try and make do somewhere else with what I have. But yeah, Michael's is undoubtedly such a good resource for hobby stuff. Just blasting through these shields now. I kind of like this dry brushed effect actually on them. Makes them look a bit weathered. I think they're a little bright. I'll have to go back. Alright, we'll do this last guy. I'm not sure I'm going to clean these up. Maybe I'll just like do a wash around around the tree to darken it. Because the shields will get a little bit light, but... I ran into the trouble now where I swapped to gray and now the white's not coming through as much as I want it to. It's a bit better. Alright, this one's a bit of a disaster, but what are you going to do? Oh, look at that. Come on, GW. What is this? When did that even happen? Look how much paint. Oh my gosh. They've definitely engineered these to be as messy as possible. Like, come on. Look how much paint. Look at this. There's not even anywhere to wipe it off. What a disaster. I can't even wipe this paint off anywhere. It's a waste it. Oh, nice. I'm glad you're going to come down to Hamilton. Hopefully you enjoy your time there. If you're in Hamilton, you may as well go visit Tista Minis or Black Knight Games. That's actually pretty close to the venue. But Tista Minis has a fairly decent selection of Lord of the Rings. Actually, I think it's the biggest Lord of the Rings selection in Ontario, in Canada. They have a ton of stuff, more than Torchlight. All kinds of stuff. Champions Chariot? Like Champions of Erebor? That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever actually seen that model. How good was it last edition? How is it this edition? So I feel like most things are. A lot of stuff that's fun to play with. No profile, really? That's odd. I thought everything had a profile. Is there anything else that doesn't have a profile? How do you not give that model a profile? It's so awesome. Right, that's the kind of stuff like you want to see. Running around on a chariot with 2 crossbows might be the closest to 40k a model has gotten in this game. Just like moving full and shooting stuff and... I guess if you get charged, it's still bad because you don't get all your chariot bonuses. D8, wow. It sounds good, especially if you can run into a hero. Like, you can lose a fight to a hero, and if you have enough wounds, you don't care. Yeah, that's the thing. If you get charged by it and you lose the fight, you're dead. You're super dead. Do it for the Hobbit. Frodo is a hero. I guess it comes with a lot of might as well. 3 heroes on there. 7 might or something like that. That's pretty crazy. Oh, that's too bad. I forgot about the signal tower. There was a model, though, for the signal tower, wasn't there? Didn't they have a model that came out? I'm surprised. Signal tower, the chariot. Oh, I can't even see what I'm painting here. I'm taking a watered down wash and I'm going in between the shields so that it takes away a bit of the dry brush effect. Because it looks a little too dry brush for my liking. Yeah, that's too bad. It's cool when you have something that you've done and then the rules change and you can't use it. It's a classic GW move. can never lose the experience, right? I'm sure you're a better hobbyist now because of it. Oh yeah, true. You can use it as a piece of terrain for when you want to run Gundabad. Good part of a display board. Is this maybe part of your secret project for the next 2 tournaments? Playing some Gundabad orcs? I would love to run an event where you can play with that chariot. I feel like that would be cool. You've unplayed but painted armies? I don't know how that feels. My armies are very played and many more that are unpainted. Alright, that took away kind of some of the dry brush effect, make it look a little more smooth. It looks good. Still a little bit of gradient in the black. The shields pop a little bit. That's good. Nice. I guess those are done now. It's 14 finished Ministry of Warriors. Other than putting some flock and painting the rims, I think they're done. Same with me, but I'm a painting slacker. I'm slacking. So this new camera setup hopefully is going to help me do some more painting streams and get some painting done. Nice. Painting goals are good. I should set a proper painting goal for myself. I got a lot done this year though, so I'm happy. And last year too. Past 2 years I've been pretty happy with how much I've painted. But I would like to paint more. I know that there's been times where I've just been like scrolling or whatever that I could have spent painting. Yeah, it's a pretty cool setup, right? It looks pretty good. My old phone hung in there. Let's see, I've been going for just over 2 hours and we're at 64%. So that's pretty good for my phone, my old phone here. It's a little hot, but not too bad. I am going to call it there. I feel like it's a good session. I think it's just you, John, and Chris. Thanks for hanging out basically the whole time. Hope you got some painting done. Thank you everyone else who came, even though you're not here. And yeah, hopefully we get some more of these in and we can all get some more painting done. Okay, have a lovely night. Or any time of day if you're watching this later. Goodbye.